Hey folks, it's Kiarash and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the worst stages to best stages in competitive Smash Ultimate. And will also explain how good these stages are in general, how good it could be for each character, what it could do pretty much, and basically how likable it is. But without further ado, let's begin. So coming in at number 9, we have Lylat. Now, frankly, Lylat is one of the worst stages in all of competitive Smash. Now, I'm not talking about involving Castle Siege and all of that. No. Lylat is like one of the only legal stages where it's one of the worst because you have these slants right here which make it really bad because slants could potentially mess up combos and not allow some moves to hit. And the ledge basically has some issues, so characters like Rosalina or Palutena can have like issues grabbing the ledge. And the fact is the stage is really small and the blast zones, but that's not really an issue, but it's just mostly the slants and the side blast zones. And this stage is in fact banned from rule sets like the box. Like not a lot of people like the stage, so it's not necessarily involved in them, but it's coming in at number 9. So coming in at number 8, we have Kalos. Now, Kalos isn't necessarily a fan favorite, but it's at least better than Lylat because it doesn't have the same issues as Lylat. You have the walls, which every character could benefit from with teching and wall jumps. The platforms can be used for camping against, which will be helpful for campy characters. The platforms also allow for combo extensions from characters like Falcon or Mario, Luigi. Another thing about Kalos is that the platforms near the ledge actually allow for an extra option and disadvantage and will give you a better time of resetting neutral as well. And the large blast zones actually help out characters survive longer, so that's another factor. And the stage is like FD as well with the two platforms. So personally, I don't like this stage, but it's not terrible. It's not really bad. I feel like this stage is actually needed, and it comes in at number 8. So at number 7, we have Yoshi's Story. Now, Yoshi's Story is like Lylat and Kalos combined, but they make a much better stage actually. You have the platforms which can help with combos and extensions. The walls again are useful for wall jumps and teching, but the slants are kind of an issue as well. I don't really like the slants. I don't think the slants should be a thing in Smash Ultimate stages, but there's also the fact that the blast zones are extremely small for the sides and from the top, so you could get a lucky cheesy kill off the top of the platform at like very low percent if you're lucky, or get a cheesy kill from the side early. Like it's chaotic. But I really like this stage overall. I don't think it's a problem. I think every character could somehow benefit from this stage, even Lil Mac, and I think the stage should come in at number 7. Now, coming in at number 6, we have Town and City. Now, Town and City is not a bad stage, but it's also not necessarily a good stage because it's very big. Town and City, I think, is way too large of a stage, and that allows for people to run away more often, but it also allows for people to reset neutral and have a better time reaching center stage without always spending time at the ledge or off stage. But another problem about Town and City is the platforms. The platforms are way too high, so characters like Lil Mac or Dr. Mario could have trouble against them. But one of the most annoying things about Talon City are the side blast zones. They're one of the smallest, and the Talon City side blast zones could allow for cheesy kills like Roy side B, down throw down B for Dr. Mario, Luigi down throw back air, all kinds of stuff that allows for early kill confirms. Also, here's an example of the terribly designed blast zones that Town and City has to offer.
I'm scared, dude. That F smash was just there. Okay, don't get too.
He's hungry for it.
Wait a minute, did he do it? The side blast zones are criminally short here.
Yeah, you even heard it from the commentator right there. Criminally short. Anyways, next one. Now coming in at number 5, we have Smashville. Now Smashville is a pretty okay stage because it's one of the few stages which are very small actually. And a small stage would mean that Let's Trap is very common, so characters who are phenomenal with Let's Trapping like Samus and Robin can perhaps benefit majorly off of this stage. Because due to the stage being very small, there's a less likely chance that you can actually reset neutral and get away from the ledge. And due to the stage being very small, you won't see much camping because the camper won't really have a lot of places to go. They won't have enough space to run away exactly. So aggressive play would pretty much be the only way. And you have a platform up there as well, which could help with extensions once again and kill confirms. And yeah, I think Smashville is a pretty okay stage. I personally don't have a problem with it. And it comes in at number 5. Alright, so now up at number 4, we have Final Destination. Now, about Final Destination, there are no platforms on this stage. The blast zones are pretty small compared to other stages that we went over. And the flat area, the map itself is a decent size, I would say. But about this stage, due to there being no platform, there's not going to be any platform camping. It's solely just going to be on the ground at all times. And there's going to be no platform extensions. It's going to be kind of hard to get out of a juggling situation without there being platforms. And that would pretty much make sense with the blast zones being small. If there's no platforms, then the blast zone should be small, unlike Yoshi's Story, where that's stupid. But I think this is absolutely a necessary stage. I think having no platforms is absolutely needed, and I think this is a great stage. And I believe that it comes in at number 4. Now, at number 3, we are going to select Battlefield. Now, I think Battlefield is number 3 on this list because you have these 3 static platforms and you could do anything that comes to your mind, whether it be a Luigi up throw, whether it be so many up air strings. Like, it's crazy how you have these 3 platforms up there just staying still. And the 3 platforms would also benefit you from getting out of disadvantage extremely well. You would have more mix-ups, whether you would air dodge this platform or the top platform, or whether it would be to trick your opponent and all that good stuff. And then you also have the stage being kind of small, which would make ledge trapping more common as well, just like in Smashville. And the ceiling blast zones are also extremely large, which would actually make sense because due to there being platforms, you also require a large ceiling as well. I think the stage is pretty good. I think it's amazing, and I think it comes in at number 3. Now, coming in at number 2, we have Small Battlefield. Now, Small Battlefield would pretty much be a combination of Final Destination and Battlefield, only if they would make a better combination, actually. Small Battlefield is basically, it contains 2 platforms which are on the same height as the normal 2 platforms on actual Battlefield. The floor, the ground is the same length as FD, I believe. And the blast zones are also, the sides and the top blast zone are the same exact height as FD. So this stage, it's like, I don't even know what to say. Like, this stage is actually good. Like, this is the stage we wanted. When we got it in one of the patch updates, like, I was thankful that we managed to get a stage this good. Like, I am thankful. The stage has everything you need. It has the 2 platforms, the perfect size, the good blast zone sizes. Like, this stage is pretty much everything. But there's one stage that is better than this one, and we're going into number 1 to discuss that. At number one, we have the best stage in Smash Ultimate competitively. You guessed it, it's Pokemon Stadium 2. This stage is just like small Battlefield, but the only differences are the two platforms are actually slightly higher than the two platforms on small Battlefield, so that's one. And the other difference is that the walls are actually a lot closer to the Pokeball, and it's like a cylinder. They're much closer. It's really hard to like gain access to the walls if you want to wall jump or anything. This stage is pretty much everything. This is perfect. Like the size of it, the two platform placements, the ceiling, and the side blast zones. Like it's just so good. And this stage is most common for being picked as the first game, whether it would be in like a money match, in friendlies, or even in a tournament. This is the most used counter pick. This stage could somehow benefit every character, perhaps. And I think this stage is just so good. It's one of my favorites as well, and it comes in at number one. Alright, that's it for today's video. Hope you folks like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.